Hello everyone, and welcome to another game of World of Warships. Today we are watching Calab in the Friedrich der Große on the map Shatter in a 3-point domination game mode. And, well, it's a tier 9 battle, which I guess is nice. There is only a tier 7 carrier around, there are 3 destroyers, which I guess is pretty normal, so, well, quite a few battleships. But overall, nice matchmaking. Also, just a fun fact, I guess, the name of the battleship, Friedrich der Große, this funny looking letter is a sharp S. Some websites mistake that as a B, and yeah, I can see how people get confused with that. It's just a weird thing Germans use. So, the Friedrich der Große is the tier 9 German battleship. The German battleships are very good brawlers, and we will see a lot of secondary fire in this battle. We shall also see some quite nice team play, I'd say, and really what I enjoyed is like the battleships at the front lines doing the job. Also, I found this replay on warreplays.com. There will be, as always, a link in the video description. Now, here in the beginning of the battle, the team was already discussing strategies. They decided to go towards A and B, and pretty much everybody in the team complies. So there will be a destroyer who will shortly try to capture B. Unfortunately, there's also an enemy destroyer going in there, and the majority of the friendly team is here going towards A currently. Some of them probably reinforcing B. Now, at this map, there are a lot of islands around B, so it can be quite tricky, and you really have to be aware of torpedoes inside there. And also, yeah, you have to be aware of gunfire. Now, the friendly destroyer went down, but I don't think the enemy destroyer will survive. Now, there will be torpedoes coming in this direction, can be pretty much sure of that, but there's only a small gap, and Calab should be easily able to, like, go through this gap before the torpedoes arrive, so there was no need to, like, turn towards the torpedoes or something like that. See, the torpedoes, they aren't nearly fast enough, and he's already safe due to those islands. Now, the enemy team has captured C, the friendly team has captured A, and the true battle will now be here around B. Question is obviously how many resources will the teams commit to try and get that. The enemies have an advantage, they started capping already, and there is, I think, a destroyer there hiding in smoke. But you know, German battleship, the higher tier German battleships also have hydroacoustic search, which could prove quite valuable here. And yes, he's using his hydroacoustic search, and he's going destroyer hunting. Now they are almost there, but yep, there is the destroyer. He is not moving, he is comfortable in his smoke. Unfortunately for him, that didn't work out so well. And before he can get moving, he's dead. He has not managed to capture this point. And I guess he wasn't expecting such an aggressive move. Now the friendly team is moving in here, and you can see there are quite a lot of ships already moving towards here. Not only the destroyers, right? Battleships are coming here to help, but there are still some people who are not there yet, who might have taken a more conservative route towards A. But I'm sure they will all arrive at some point. And now you can see battleships coming in here, the whole division. They'll probably try to hold the line here and capture. Now those islands can provide some nice cover from the enemy fleet. And yeah, there are openings where torpedoes could come in here, but there is only one enemy destroyer left. So it shouldn't be that bad. Now you don't want to push too far ahead. Obviously, an enemy could just hide here, like on the other side of this island, inside the cap circle, and probably be somewhat safe while capping. But it didn't look like the enemies were really contesting that, while the friendly team now has here arrived in force and is probably here to stay. Now, if you control 2 capture zones in this mode and the enemy only has 1, that means you will win over time, simply by accumulating the points. So at this point, the friendly team only has to sit here and defend and bide their time. And it's the enemies who really have to push in here. But look at this friendly force sitting here. This Otaku is a bit too brave. I think he wants to get a torpedo salvo away, maybe inside this smoke. But while doing so, he is showing his broadside, and he doesn't really have an easy way to retreat here. So I don't like his chances. You can see there are quite a few enemies who are just waiting for someone to poke his nose out. And yeah, you can also see here torpedoes incoming, but you see most of the friendly ships, they are staying kind of behind this island here as a torpedo cover. And this enemy Sumo is foolishly showing broadside, the enemy Friedrich der Große here as well. And you can see the friendly ships here somewhat angling. Oh, there is a cyclone inbound. Now, a cyclone is certainly helpful if you have your fleet around here, because it forces the enemy to get close and prevents them from sniping. A little bit. And it's just really beautiful to watch that firefight, I guess. Now at this point the enemy team has quite a bit of a lead, but ship-wise they are only 1 ship ahead. The enemy still could turn that around if they take their forces, and well, they kind of have to move in here, I guess. But nobody wants to push into this close quarters. Not with so many friendly battleships here holding the line. There might be some planes incoming, but all of these ships here, they will pull their anti-air, and the carrier is only tier 7, so it doesn't really have a lot of chance to do something here. And well, this Izumo, he is trying to make something work, but he doesn't have enough support. The Friedrich der Große here is content in just staying at range and sniping a bit, and the other ships here have not really moved in here just yet. So yeah, this Izumo alone won't have a chance against the firepower here. And I guess this Izumo is doing a great job. He is kind of in cover, so a few of those ships might not have shots at him. And he's angled pretty decently. But well, ultimately he will succumb to that fire. And the secondary hits are just mounting up. Now there goes the Izumo. He just didn't have enough support to take on all of those friendly battleships here. And I guess by now the enemy has also lost the ships they had in the north. Friendlies are coming here around to flank the enemies who, well, I think they lost their window of opportunity to fight for B. Now this is already decided. Here you can see the magnificent friendly battleship fleet that just simply pushed in here and held the line. Now the last friendly destroyer, it seems like he took a long scenic route towards A, but he is way too late to make anything happen. Even if he can capture here, it won't make a difference. I'm not sure, maybe he tried to come here and... I don't know, if he managed to shoot some torpedoes from behind while remaining undetected for long, this would have caught those battleships off guard. Also, I don't know, maybe tried some way of attack runs here. But it looks like he decided to go for a capture point, but by the time he arrived, that battle was already over. And here is an arsonist achievement in a battleship. Well, thanks to the secondaries. It's not something you see every day, I guess. Oh, that's 2 torpedo hits, but they won't really make a difference. Now he is flooding, he can't repair the flooding, but ultimately it doesn't matter. That they are losing A also does not matter. They have so many points already and the enemies have so few ships. This is simply a win. Now all that's remaining is just wait and watch the capture points. And there is the win. Now let's take a look at the results. Calab managed to get 1890 base experience. So it was well played by him, but it was certainly also well played from the team. As you can see, almost all friendlies survived the battle. And they started by coming up with a plan, and then they just executed that plan. And it's truly nice for me not only to watch exemplary performance from one player, but also see like a team who is really working well together. And seeing those 4 battleships in the center cap just holding the line, it was truly a pleasure to watch. Calab got himself Arsonist, Dreadnought and Unsinkable, and while he didn't do an insane amount of damage, I think he played this really well. He tanked a lot of damage for his team, and together with the other battleships he just held the front line and, well, ensured the victory. We also saw the German secondaries go crazy once again, 361 hits with secondary gun batteries. So I truly enjoyed watching that, and I hope you did as well. It's always nice to see some teams perform well together, I think. So that's it, and see you guys next time.